It is Erica back on the Altenew YouTube channel, and I have set myself a little bit of a challenge today, which I know sometimes I just go off on like these crazy adventures and force myself to do things that are somewhat out of my comfort zone and my like box of happiness kind of thing. But I thought I'd try something today where I have picked out some things that I think will work really, really well together. And I have like picked out inks. I've got some cardstock, I've got a stencil, I've got some Stella sequin champagne or in champagne, I've got some shimmer relief paste. I've got gem sparkles, I've got instant dimension foam tape, and I'm like, okay, I have a feeling that this could turn into like a big, beautiful, amazing kind of blue, amazing mess. Or, we might end up with a bit of a masterpiece. So we are gonna have a little bit of a try today with some of these things, and we're probably gonna create a couple of different looks. But as of now, right this very moment when I'm filming, I have no idea where we're gonna end up. So I hope you are ready for a bit of an adventure. Strap yourself in, get yourself a snack, get yourself hydrated, and let's do this. All right, let's do this. So we're going to put everything that we don't need away. So we're going to keep our stamp wheel, our grippy mat, our inks, our cardstock, and obviously our stencils. And we are going to get ink blending, baby. Yes, we are. So for those of you who consider your ink blending your cardio, we are going to get our pulse raising, and we are going to absolutely 100% do this. Now, something that I want to just point out with the stencil as well is that it's actually... you don't have to use it and layer it like up and down like as you are. You can move it around and add more pattern if you want to. It's so versatile and so fun. And if you feel like, you know what, I need more tiles, yeah, just move your stencil around over the pattern or like over the panel where you want more pattern, and then just add more color. Super fun. I mean, look at that. So fun, right? Okay, so for this one, we are gonna just move on to stencil number 2. And so we've gone kind of the lighter colors on the first, and now we're gonna go kapow, right? Because this color, navy, ooh, so dark, so beautiful. And I prefer to use a darker color with the second stencil because it's got all of these really, really fine little details. And I think a darker color just make them pop more. So for this one, we're going to go in there. We're going to get into all of the nooks and crannies. We're going to add so much ink, but we're still going to kind of add it slightly, I wouldn't say unevenly, because we're blending it. So we're blending in more color in some areas and slightly less in other areas, just to kind of still get a little bit of a gradient pattern there. Now for our Morning Frost panel, we are going to go slightly different because obviously this is a darker color cardstock than white. Duh. Way to go to point out the super obvious, Erica. Gold star to you. But you know what I mean, right? So with this one, obviously the blueberry is probably not going to show up very much at all. So we're going to go straight in with darker colors. And I'm kind of, going to town a little bit here because I'm like, you know what, I think it's going to look really good with the darker blues on this cardstock, and I wasn't wrong. No, I really wasn't. Ooh, it looks so good. Okay, so with this one, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with a slightly lighter, and then we're going to go in with the much, much darker, and just kind of create a little bit of that sort of color gradient pattern. Now the reason I'm doing it slightly differently on both panels is because we just don't want samey. So unless you're doing something like an invitation or like maybe like a pack of cards for like gifts or something, and you really want them to look similar, this is such a simple and easy way to just change everything up. Even if you're using the same colors, like the same color family, for instance, just add your inks in slightly different places and you will have such unique cards every single time. Even if you use the same ink, the same stencil, it's just, the options are so many. Now we are gonna go in with our shimmer relief paste, and this is so fun. I mean, I love this stuff. I really, really do. And you might have heard me say it before, but I love this stuff. It is, it adds such amazing texture, such amazing shine, and it just makes the cards so fun to like touch and like, you know, drag your finger across the pattern after. So just, it's so good. Now, I will say though that you need to work relatively fast and try not to overwork it too much, because sometimes, especially with stencils with really, really fine details, it can get a little bit kind of smudgy, and we don't want that. But I mean, look at that. Oh, now we're gonna put this aside and leave it to dry, and we're gonna move on to our second panel. Okay, so with this one, we are not going to go straight like up and down. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of shift it around a little bit, and we are going to go for some of the finer details. So we're going to add much more paste in, or like much more pattern to this one. So it's going to get loads more delicious texture, and we're going to be super, super careful. So it's sometimes it's hard to remember that the paste needs time to dry. So if you're going to do something like this, you need to really make sure that you're not overlapping your stencil on where you have already put your stuff, your paste, whatever it might be, whether it is shimmer relief paste or whether it's something else, you know, whether it's a white paste or whatever. Just remember to be careful. But here you can see, so we've used the same stencils for the ink blending and for adding the shimmer relief paste, yet we have two very different panels. So look at that. Ooh, lots of big patterns here, lots of big tiles. And on this one, we got lots of the little details just to kind of, you know, shift things up a little bit. Now on this panel, we are going to, because I had all my inks out and, you know, I can't stop myself. So, hey, you know, we are going to go for yet another one, because I decided to add yet another product to the big pile that I had in the beginning. So we're going to get my absolutely favorite Enchanted Gold shimmer relief paste out as well. I know I cannot stop myself. It's like, oh my God. Eesh. But anyway, we are going to ink blend a delicious ombre background using Ride the Waves. So this is from the Marine Life Fresh Dye Ink color family. And this blue is stunning. Now, as you can see, I am working up a lot of color at the bottom, and we're going to just drag it up. We're going to pop our stencil down on top, and we are going to slather this golden deliciousness on top of this. And we're going to do just the one. So we're going to go straight up and down. And we're going to adjust, I managed to shift my my work mat around a little bit here because I was getting a little bit excited about the paste. Now, as you can see, I'm working relatively fast. I'm trying not to overwork it. We're going to just go splat down, peel and reveal. And then we're going to go ooh and ah, because I'm telling you, gold with blue and a splash of white, very, very nice. Now, it's come to the time where, so these have been left to dry, and I'm going to be using the Nested Circle die set. This will be released in the September release, so you haven't got long to wait. And I have cut out some circles and some like shapes out of the glitter cardstock. So we got a gold one, this is citrine, and we have a white one, it's moonstone. We have a blue one, it's the sapphire. I have also cut out loads of different circles in just white cardstock, because the idea I had was, especially with the one that is in sapphire that's been cut off, I had the idea that it was going to go like on the side. So I thought, you know, I don't have to cut out the whole thing. And at this point I was like, oh, I should have cut out the whole thing. And I also have some pre-heat embossed sentiments. This is from the Tranquil Greetings stamp set. And I have cut it out with the coordinating die cut. And these, I also have a hello, which is cut out in Moonstone. This is from the Timeless Sentiment set, which is such a must-have, honestly. I cannot say enough good things. I also cut out way more bits and pieces. So turned out that I was a bit of a roll with my die cutting machine. And then I had the idea, oh, okay, so with the Morning Frost panel, I'm like, you know what? It will look really cool. Instead of having like that white frame around it, I'm like, we're gonna have a sapphire frame around it. So I cut out a A2 panel, and then I cut out the thank you shadow part, again from the Timeless Sentiment, in the panel, in the bit on the panel that is not going to show. So our ink blended and shimmer relief paste panel is going to go right on top, so nobody will know. And this is a great way of just making sure that you're not wasting any of that delicious glitter cardstock. Now you could have like taken if you have a rectangle die cut, you could have cut out like quite a lot and make sure that you saved even more. And I probably could have cut out another hello from that panel as well. But, you know, I was on a bit of a roll, as I said. And I got my Instant Dimension foam tape out. We're going to raise some of these up to create some delicious layers. And it's just all going to be very, very textured, layered, and fabulous. So some of these cards we're going to just like pop down straight away. We're going to pop down our circles. So on this one, the foam tape is behind the circle and the sentiment has then gone flat on top of that. On this one, we are going to have our circles go flat onto the card. And then we're going to raise up our hello with a little bit of Instant Dimension foam tape. Now, I will mention as well that the sentiment that I use on the blue and gold card has been stacked probably at least 3 times, because that's something as well that I can't stop myself from doing, because it's just such a fun like little detail. It just gives it that extra little ooh, you know, by just stacking another couple of pieces. So here we are just gonna put the whole thing down. This is going to be very, very simple, and then we're going to add a little U on the bottom there, so it's going to say hello you. And on this one, we are going to glue down our thank you that's been cut out of white cardstock. We are going to pop that onto our glittery shadow part. And then, you know, the frame is going to go onto our glitter cardstock. We're going to add some Instant Dimension foam tape on this as well, because why not? And then this whole shebang is going to go onto a card base, of course. Now, the thank you itself will also have a little bit of Instant Dimension foam tape. So if you are planning on kind of recreating these cards and you want to actually put them in the mail, you can skip some of the foam tape because it does make the cards pretty high. But you know, if you are planning on giving these to somebody in person, you know, there's no reason why you can't take it sky high. Now, you could, of course, stop here. I mean, there is plenty of shine and texture and dimension and all of this deliciousness going on. There's some sparkle and shimmer. But, you know, we're not going to stop there. No, because there's always room for more sparkle. So, I thought it made sense to use the deep sea sapphire sparkles, gem sparkles, because, you know, we have a bit of a sea theme going on with our sapphire and our marine life blues as well. So, you know, it just made sense. So on this card here, we are going to go in like clusters, and we're going to use one of each color in each sort of size in each cluster. So all 3 colors are going to be represented in each one of these clusters. Now, I know, I mean, I am a self-confessed over blinger. I bring the bling every time I can. Hello, I am the mayor of Blingtown. Yes, I know that is a self-appointed position, but I am embracing it nonetheless. So if you feel like this is far too much, stop it right there, girl. I'm just going to say, I'm going to do me because I love sparkles and bling. Now, of course, these cards are meant to be inspiration for you, but whether that's inspiration of what you want to do or what you don't want to do, it's both kind of knowledge, I guess. So do the things that you like and don't do the things that you don't like. So I have done all of the things, so you can now decide which ones that you want to do or not. But this is the first card, and it is super blingy and happy and sparkly, and I'm here for it. So on this card here, I decided to try something different rather than kind of doing my usual like clusters. So here I thought the white circle behind the hello was, if you know me, you know that I have a tiny bit of a problem with like white space. So it has to kind of be filled in. And yeah, I was like, okay, how can I do this? I think, so I started with this and then I'm like, no, I need more. I know. I cannot help myself. It is a problem and it's not a problem at the same time because I mean, I have so much bling. So I am trying to make a conscious effort of using it and not just hoarding it. Now, with the blue and gold card, I was like, you know, the Stella sequence in champagne, it just makes sense because it is such a perfect kind of color combination. And it's just the extra little zhoosh, like, that this card needed, I think. So I'm just going to go for it. We're going to have quite a few on this card. But still, again, I mean, I would like to recognize that I could have gone more because I usually go more, but yeah, I thought I was relatively restrained, and I'm actually kind of loving how this turned out as well. So I'm really, really happy with how these cards turned out, and I really hope that you have enjoyed them as well. And as I said, whether it's inspiration for what you want to do or things that you want to avoid and not do, it is all good to me. I'm here for it, and hopefully you will be bringing your own bling very, very soon. But this is the final card done, and that is it for me. I'm going to wrap up now, but I really hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below which one is your favorite, and I will see you very soon again. Bye for now.
Hello there. Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.